Hi, I'm Sean, a warm welcome to my channel. We have a big one coming up. On the 12th of August, we experience a solar eclipse in Leo. And not just any eclipse. This eclipse opens a brand new Leo-Aquarius eclipse cycle that will be felt over the next year and a half. The last time we had eclipses in Leo and Aquarius was back in 2008. So for many people, this is the beginning of a completely fresh chapter. Let's look at what an eclipse is. An eclipse is a cosmic interruption. It's like the universe pauses the movie for a moment and says, "Excuse me, we need to have a chat." Eclipses are famous in astrology because they bring turning points, they reveal things, they redirect things, and occasionally they take something out of our lives that we've already outgrown. Now, before everyone panics, an eclipse is not a punishment. It's not the universe sitting there with a clipboard looking for people to fine. An eclipse simply helps us get back onto our true path. If we've made a few wrong turns, if we've been wearing a mask for too long, if we've been pretending everything is fine while internally screaming, an eclipse tends to expose that and gently, or sometimes not so gently, put us back on track. Now, this eclipse is solar. A solar eclipse happens during a new moon. The moon moves between the Earth and the Sun. For a brief period, the Sun's light is hidden from view. Astrologically, a new moon is already about new beginnings. It's about planting seeds, starting something new, turning a page. But a solar eclipse is like a new moon that drank 3 espressos and decided to change your life. The effects often unfold over months rather than days. That's why astrologers pay very close attention to eclipse seasons. They're not ordinary lunations, they're cosmic course corrections. So what makes this Leo eclipse so special? This solar eclipse happens in Leo. Leo is the sign of the heart, the sign of creativity, the sign of courage, the sign of authentic self-expression. Leo asks, who are you when nobody is telling you who to be? That's the real question. Many people think Leo is all about attention, being on stage, taking selfies, and collecting compliments like Pokemon cards. But Leo is actually much deeper than that. Leo is the sun, and the sun doesn't ask permission to shine. It doesn't wake up every morning wondering if everybody likes it. It simply shines because that's its nature. And this eclipse asks us, where have we stopped shining? Where have we been hiding? Where have we been editing ourselves to make other people comfortable? Now here's where it gets really interesting. This is a South Node eclipse. The South Node represents the past, old habits, old identities, old stories, and things we've already learned. Think of it like cleaning out your wardrobe. Sometimes you find clothes from 10 years ago, you don't wear them, you don't even like them, yet somehow they're still there. The South Node says, thank you for your service. Goodbye. This eclipse may help us release parts of ourselves that are no longer authentic, a role we've been playing, a mask we've been wearing, an outdated version of who we think we are, not because it's bad, simply because we've outgrown it. This eclipse reminds me of the story of the emperor's new clothes. Everybody pretends, everybody plays along, nobody speaks the truth. Until a child points out the obvious. That child represents Leo energy, pure, honest, authentic, fearless. This eclipse may reveal places in our lives where we've been pretending, not to embarrass us, not to punish us, but to free us. Authenticity grows when the costumes come off. The beautiful thing about this eclipse is that Leo doesn't work alone. The North Node is now in Aquarius. Leo represents the heart. Aquarius represents the mind. And the goal isn't choosing one over the other, it's bringing them together. The heart without the mind can be impulsive. The mind without the heart can become disconnected. This eclipse invites us to unite both, feel deeply, think clearly, and move forward authentically. Okay, so let's look at each sign. Sun, moon, and rising will all give you a clear picture. Hey Aries, this Leo eclipse is landing in your 5th house, your zone of creativity, romance, joy, and just being seen. And with Leo's fire behind it, it's basically begging you to stop hiding and start shining. Here's the real question though. What actually lights you up? Not the thing that looks impressive on paper, the thing that makes you feel alive. If you've been sitting on a creative idea, holding back on your talent, or forgetting how to just have fun, this eclipse is your nudge. Time to stop performing for people who aren't even paying attention and start doing things because they feel good. So Aries, be a little reckless. Say yes to the thing that excites you. Let your inner kid back in the room. Not everything needs a 5-year plan. Honestly, the shift happens the moment you stop asking, will this work? And start asking, does this make me feel alive? That's the door this eclipse is opening. All you've got to do is walk through it. Hey Taurus, this Leo eclipse is hitting your 4th house, home, family, roots, the stuff that happens behind closed doors. Not the glamorous Leo stage, but the quiet foundation everything else is built on. The question it's asking, does your home life actually feel like home? Do your relationships and daily environment support who you're becoming, or are you just maintaining old arrangements? This could bring a real shift, moving, healing something with family, finally calling a space your own. And because this is a South Node eclipse, it's also a release point. Old stories, old expectations, emotional stuff you've been storing in the attic and just not dealing with. Taurus, you don't have to carry it all. You're allowed to soften. Being strong every single moment isn't actually the assignment. Real progress happens the second you stop building your life around what's safe and start building it around what's true. This eclipse wants you to lay down roots that match who you are now. Because the stronger those roots, the higher you get to grow. Hey Gemini, this Leo eclipse is lighting up your 3rd house, communication, ideas, the way you talk to the world, basically your voice. And this eclipse wants you to actually use it. There's probably a message, a story, an opinion you've been sitting on, waiting for the right time. Leo says, stop waiting. Since this is a South Node eclipse, it's also a release of the overthinking, the second guessing, the watering down your words to keep everyone comfortable habit. Time to stop editing yourself into silence. Gemini, trust your own take. Not every message needs to be polished within an inch of its life. Sometimes the magic is just saying the thing. Maybe it's the podcast, the blog, the book, the class you've been thinking about. Whatever it is, your words carry extra weight right now. Real progress starts the moment you stop wondering if your voice matters and start acting like it already does. Someone out there needs to hear exactly what you have to say. Hey Cancer, this Leo eclipse is landing in your 2nd house. Money, resources, self-worth, the value you place on you. Leo's basically putting a spotlight on what you have and, more importantly, what you believe you deserve. Because this is a South Node eclipse, it's release time for the old scarcity stories. Underestimating yourself, charging too little, settling because it felt safe. This eclipse is here to clear that out. Cancer, stop comparing your bloom to everyone else's. The sunflower isn't checking on the rose. You've got your own gifts, and it's time to own them without apologizing. There's real potential here for new income, monetizing a talent, investing in yourself. But the outer abundance tends to follow the inner shift, not the other way around. Real progress happens when you stop asking, am I good enough? And start asking, what would I do if I actually knew my worth? You're more resourceful than you're giving yourself credit for. Hey Leo, this one's personal. The eclipse is happening in your sign, lighting up your 1st house. That's identity, appearance, how you show up in the world, the version of you you're presenting these days. An eclipse in your own sign is a big deal. It's less about a specific area of life and more about you, a reset on who you are becoming. New chapter energy. The kind of shift where a year from now you look back and go, that's when everything changed. Because this is a South Node eclipse, there's release baked in too. Old identities you've outgrown, versions of yourself you've been performing because they used to fit, roles you kept playing out of habit rather than truth. Leo, this is your moment to stop shrinking to make other people comfortable and stop over-explaining who you are. You don't need permission to take up space. It's literally your season. Real progress happens when you stop asking, who am I supposed to be, and start asking, who do I actually want to become? This eclipse is handing you a blank page with your name already on it. Fill it in as yourself, unedited. Hey Virgo, this Leo eclipse is activating your 12th house. Healing, rest, intuition, all the stuff happening behind the scenes. Not a flashy one for you, more of an inward, personal reset. It's asking you to slow down and actually listen to what your soul's been trying to say, instead of drowning it out with logic and to-do lists. Since this is a South Node eclipse, something's ready to go. An old fear, an old wound, a story about yourself you've outgrown but kept repeating anyway. This is a natural closing chapter, not a loss. Virgo, try not to overanalyze every feeling as it lands. I know, easier said than done. Sometimes your heart knows before your brain's finished making the spreadsheet. Trust the intuition. Make space for stillness. The answers here probably won't come through logic. More likely a dream, a weird coincidence, a quiet moment that just clicks. Real progress happens when you stop trying to figure it all out and let some things unfold on their own. Rest now. Something good is quietly building beneath the surface, and it'll fully reveal itself when the spotlight finally turns to you. Hi Scorpio, this solar eclipse in Leo activates your 10th house, which is all about career, reputation, life direction, success, public recognition, and the legacy you want to leave behind. Leo energy and the sun are shining a bright spotlight on your ambitions and your place in the world. This is one of the most visible houses in the chart, so don't be surprised if people start noticing you, talking about your work, or looking to you for leadership. Whether you're ready or not, the universe may be encouraging you to step onto a bigger stage. Because this is a South Node eclipse, part of your professional identity may be ready for an upgrade. You could be releasing an outdated career path, a limiting belief about success, or the need to constantly prove yourself. Sometimes Scorpio can operate quietly behind the scenes, but this eclipse is asking you to own your achievements and take credit for the growth you've worked so hard to create. Scorpio, try not to play small just because it feels safer. The world doesn't benefit when you hide your talents. You don't have to become an influencer overnight or start introducing yourself as a visionary thought leader at family dinners. But you do need to recognize your value and allow yourself to be seen. This eclipse may bring important developments around your career, business, professional goals, or long-term ambitions. Doors can open unexpectedly, new opportunities may appear, and some old paths may naturally come to an end so that something more aligned can take their place. I feel real progress can be made when you stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if this is exactly what I came here to do?" This eclipse is helping you align your outer success with your inner truth. The more authentic you become, the more powerful your impact on the world can be. Hey Sagittarius, this Leo eclipse is hitting your 9th house. Expansion, travel, big ideas, higher learning. Basically the think bigger, believe bigger zone, your favorite. It's nudging you past your comfort zone into stuff that used to feel out of reach. And since this is a South Node eclipse, you're releasing something too. An outdated belief, an old philosophy, a worldview you've simply outgrown. Sagittarius, you don't need all the answers right now. This eclipse might actually work better through questions than answers. A course, a trip, a random conversation. Any of it could flip your whole perspective. It's also a strong window for teaching, writing, or sharing what you know. You've got wisdom sitting in that mental filing cabinet. Let it out. And let's be real, you've never needed much of an excuse to book a flight. If your passport starts calling, answer it. Real progress happens when you stop leaning on what you already know and get curious about what's still out there. A whole new horizon might be waiting just past the next hill. Hey Capricorn, this Leo eclipse is hitting your 8th house. Transformation, intimacy, shared resources, the deep stuff usually hidden below the surface, not a light, breezy eclipse. It wants you to go deeper, because it's a South Node eclipse, something's hit its expiration date. Could be a financial setup, an emotional pattern, a fear of being vulnerable, something you've quietly outgrown but haven't let go of yet. Capricorn, try not to resist just because change wasn't on the 5-year plan. I know you'd prefer a roadmap and 3 backup options, but eclipse season doesn't really check in with your spreadsheet. Something's ending, sure, but something more real is starting underneath it. Could show up as healing an old wound, deepening a relationship, or just feeling more solid in your own power. And remember, a butterfly doesn't send updates from inside the cocoon. You won't see the whole picture yet, and that's fine. Real progress happens when you stop mourning what's leaving and start focusing on who you're becoming. What comes out the other side of this could be stronger and far more aligned than you'd planned for anyway. Hey Aquarius, this Leo eclipse is hitting your 7th house. Relationships, partnerships, the people who walk beside you. It's asking a real question. Are your relationships letting you be you, or have you been shrinking to keep the peace? Since this is a South Node eclipse, an old relationship pattern is up for release. Not necessarily the relationship itself, but the dynamic. The role you've been playing. The version of you that shows up just to make things easier. Aquarius, you love your independence. Sometimes so much that people debate whether to text you or file a missing persons report. This eclipse is helping you find a better balance between me and we. New people may show up, existing bonds could deepen or shift, and collaborations might start feeling more significant. The real lesson, the right people don't dim your light, they help it grow. Real progress happens when you stop performing for who others expect and start showing people who you actually are. That honesty becomes the foundation for everything that follows. Hey Pisces, this Leo eclipse is hitting your 6th house, daily routines, health, habits, the small stuff that quietly shapes everything. It's not asking if you have a big dream, you do. It's asking if your daily habits actually support it. Since this is a South Node eclipse, some old patterns are ready to go. Overgiving. Carrying responsibilities that were never yours. Putting everyone else first while your to-do list grows longer than a fantasy novel trilogy. Pisces, self-care isn't the reward you get after saving everyone else. It's what lets you actually show up in the first place. This could bring shifts to your work, your schedule, your health. Small tweaks that end up mattering way more than expected. Even boring tasks feel different when they're connected to something you care about. And let's be honest, your routine is sometimes just vibes, good intentions, and hoping it all works out. This eclipse is nudging you toward a little more structure, without stealing your flow. Real progress happens when you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start with small, consistent steps today. Your future isn't built by what you do occasionally, it's built by what you do daily. This eclipse just wants those days a little brighter,